You alright?
I think I'm having like a reaction.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking real injuries on horror movie set.
You really are mad, huh? Oh, I don't blame you.
For this list, we'll be looking at times when actors in horror movies and thrillers were injured on set. We won't be including deaths or major life-changing injuries. Which of these injuries do you think would hurt the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Ghostland. Film sets can be dangerous places, and if the proper safety measures aren't taken, an actor can get seriously hurt.
Chinese puzzle box.
What?
It's more than a mirror. It's actually a box. I've read about these. There's gotta be a secret button somewhere.
That's what happened during the filming of this indie horror film. During one scene, director Pascal Laugier kept telling actress Taylor Hickson to hit harder on a glass door. Laugier and a producer told her it would be safe.
She all right? Oh, so now you ask. You could have stayed and helped her out.
Oh, why bother? I knew you'd rush to her rescue anyways.
However, the glass shattered and Hickson fell through the door. The resulting cut required 70 stitches. Hickson received permanent scarring as a result of her injury and sued the production company. A low budget is never an excuse for low safety standards.
So you like it?
No.
Number 9, The Green Inferno. The trouble with being a good actor is that people might not realise when you're not acting. That's what happened on the set of this horror movie set in the Amazon.
Justin! Look!
Let's go.
In one scene, protagonist Justine is pursued by a cannibal tribe, escaping into a river which sweeps her up. Actress Lorenza Izzo was actually screaming for help and relied on a quick-thinking crew member to save her from a potential drowning. Some of this footage made it into the final cut. At the time, Izzo was married to director Eli Roth. Who knew working with your spouse could be so dangerous? Number 8, The Mummy.
Hello, excuse me. We both found your puzzle box, and we've come to ask you about it.
No.
No.
No. You came to ask me about Hamanaptra.
The Mummy is a thrilling adventure story full of breathtaking moments, but during production, one actor nearly lost his breath and more.
Any last requests, pig?
Yeah, loosen the knot and let me go.
When shooting a scene where hero Rick O'Connell is set to be executed, actor Brendan Fraser began to actually choke after the noose around his neck was tightened. Fraser ended up passing out, regaining consciousness with help from on-set emergency medical technicians. Fraser said the crew killed him for 18 seconds.
Cut him down!
However, director Stephen Sommers disputes his account, claiming Fraser himself was to blame. Despite the incident, Fraser still managed to return for another 2 Mummy films.
That reminds me, no hard feelings about the,
Oh, no. Happens all the time.
Number 7, Skinned Deep. Most of these injuries are accidents resulting from negligence, but this one was 100% intentional.
Ow!
What's more, it had no bearing on the plot. At the beginning of this horror comedy, we see an S and a D branded into someone's skin, eventually revealing the film's title. This was not done with quality practical effects, but with an actual person. Director Gabriel Bartalos found a model online who was cool with getting burned for this film. While an experience like this might be painful, it surely gave the person an instant conversation starter from that point on.
It's crazy. Who's that?
Number 6, 7.
Rick! No!
In terms of suspense and shocks, 7 is a 10. But David Fincher's thriller about a morality-based serial killer had one surprise no one was counting on.
Police, is that back way out? Lock your door.
In one exciting sequence, Brad Pitt's Detective Mills chases after John Doe in the rain. After falling from a fire escape, Mills spends the rest of the movie in a cast. This was because Pitt had hurt his arm by hitting it through a car's windshield, requiring surgery. Rather than delay production while Pitt recovered, the injury was worked into the script. We might not see the exact moment of impact, but we definitely see what a toll this injury took on Pitt.
Honestly, have you ever seen anything like this? No.
Number 5, Gothica.
Miranda. Doug is dead. You killed him.
Gothica is about a woman who undergoes unimaginable anguish while incarcerated, and its star went through tremendous pain herself. In one particularly harrowing scene, Dr. Pete Graham, played by Robert Downey Jr., restrains Barry's overwhelmed psychiatrist. However, Downey Jr. grabbed the actress's arm the wrong way and ended up breaking it.
It's okay. I'm on your side.
This reportedly resulted in production being halted for 8 weeks while Barry recovered. At least one source claims Barry is upset with the actor for not apologising enough.
Miranda, let's just go, okay? We're done.
Why are you doing this to me?
It's okay, Miranda.
Why are you doing this to me?
It's okay.
Why are you doing this to me? Why?
In an interview, Downey Jr. said he was sorry if Barry was still feeling upset, but that he had done everything he had to do to keep his side of the street clean. Number 4, Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal's starring performance in Nightcrawler is one of the most fiercely committed of the 2010s.
Last year, I took an online business course, for example, and I learned that you have to have a business plan before starting a business. And that why you pursue something is equally as important as what you pursue.
Not only did the actor reportedly lose nearly 30 pounds to achieve an appropriately gaunt frame, but he also ended up injuring himself in a moment of improvisation. In one scene, Gyllenhaal's morally questionable Lou Bloom flies into a private fit of rage, breaking a mirror in his bathroom. This mirror smashing was not planned, and Gyllenhaal ended up with a massive gash requiring 44 stitches. This injury didn't cause any significant delay to the film's shoot, and it makes this already intense scene even more gripping.
Hey, that's what I do, it's my job. I like to say that if you're seeing me, you're having the worst day of your life.
Number 3, Hereditary. Ari Aster's horror movie, Hereditary, is an intense watch. And that intensity existed behind the scenes too.
It wasn't my fault! I tried to stop it!
How?
In one particularly frightening moment, supernatural forces slam Peter Graham's head into his school desk. Actor Alex Wolff reportedly offered to break his nose, which Aster vetoed.
Peter! Peter, what's wrong? Peter, are you all right?
But Wolff did intentionally dislocate his jaw right before shooting, thanks to an old boxing injury. And that's not all. While the scene was shot using a padded desk, it was only cushioned on the top side, as Wolff found out during filming. Wolff hit his head pretty hard and also smashed his leg on a chair, causing real blood to gush down his knee.
Mommy?
Number 2, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Sally?
What now?
Nothing. Never mind.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre film is so frightening because of how raw and gritty it is. And that's not just the muted cinematography talking. Some of the blood that you see on screen is actual blood, and this scene is the most extreme example. Towards the end of the film, Sally, played by Marilyn Burns, jumps through a window and onto a truck to escape killer Leatherface. But Burns reportedly made the leap herself, getting cut in the process, and much of the blood on her in the final cut is said to be hers. With a title like The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's only natural for there to be some blood. However, we wouldn't want it to be our own.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Exorcist.
I thought you were supposed to be an expert.
There are no experts. You probably know as much about possession as most priests.
The Exorcist brought the horror genre to a whole new realm of terrifying, with its pitch-perfect directing and great acting. But the scares weren't all fictional. In one scene, Chris McNeil, played by Ellen Burstyn, is knocked across the room by her possessed daughter, Reagan, played by Linda Blair. A wire was used to pull Burstyn, but it was evidently too strong of a pull. Burstyn ended up with a permanent back injury, and the scream you hear in the film is reportedly Burstyn expressing her actual pain. Burstyn later described director William Friedkin as being dedicated to his craft, while also acknowledging the lasting physical damage of the injury. Let it never be said that acting isn't a demanding career.
Thank you. Look, I'm only against the possibility of doing your daughter more harm than good.
Nothing you could do could make it any worse.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.